Hey friend, don't you love it when big old trees stretch their branches across like this? I love it. I'm going to teach you something today that will help your throat to loosen up. A lot of times when we're under a lot of stress, we can get what almost feels like a lump in our throat. It can feel so tight that it almost feels like something is going to snap. I have been worried about that before, and I looked it up. It will not snap, but like me, you may still want to do some things to help loosen it up. Now, you might try one thing and think, well, maybe that one's not for me, but you can try another one and it works awesome. So I'm going to show you a few different things, and you can do any of the above or all. Just do what works for you. So the first one we're going to do is put one hand on your chest, put one hand on your belly. Take a deep breath in and notice which hand feels more rising underneath it. I felt like it was kind of similar, maybe a little higher in my chest than I want. I'm going to try for a little more belly breathing on this next breath. Feel free to try it with me. You can be sitting, lying down, standing, I don't care. Just whatever works for you. That felt much better. I felt it with my belly more. Another thing that you might notice I'm doing is I breathe in through my nose, I breathe out through my mouth, and I can kind of have my mouth like, I like to let sometimes I don't want to overthink it, and I just let my lips kind of, like, I'll let them be loose a bit. If you want to practice it, you can just kind of like, just get silly with it. Just get your lips loose. And that will help lead you the right way. And another thing you can try on your exhale is imagine that you're blowing through a tiny little straw on the exhale. So breathe in through your nose. Think about that belly breathing if you can. If not, and you just need to focus on one thing, that's okay. I'm going to breathe in through my nose and out through my mouth as though I'm blowing through a little straw. Something that you can think about also is when you breathe in, think about counting to 3 and then try to have your exhale twice as long. Something else you can do to kind of add to it is breathe in for 3 counts, hold your breath for 3 counts, and then exhale for 6 counts. So we're going to practice that now. Good. Another thing you can do, especially if it starts to feel restrictive with counting your breaths, is just take a breath in and let it out like a big sigh. And then maybe this will come naturally. Maybe it'll just come. I started thinking about it. You can kind of simulate a yawn, and sometimes it'll come over you instead. Sometimes it'll go into a real yawn. Sometimes you want to stretch like me. I just do that without thinking about it because it feels good. It goes with it sometimes. Go with what your body wants to do. That's part of your intuition. Sometimes your body will give you clues for what you need. Usually it is, but it can take practice to tune into that, and that's okay. Now we're going to do another thing that is humming. You may have heard of this when people are meditating and they're like, and you're like, okay, what's that about? But there's actually science to it with when you have your throat in a nice, deep, low tone. It helps open things up and release tension. So you don't have to say literally if you don't want to. You can just hum a nice low note. And like I said, you don't have to be sitting like this. Just be comfortable however you want to. So we're going to do a nice low note. Breathe in. Experiment with different tones if you want to. See what feels good. By now, after trying a few things, you may already notice that you're having some loosening up. That is excellent. Here's another thing that doesn't have anything really to do with your breathing. It has more to do with your neck. You can think about a half circle while you do a head roll, gently and slowly, especially if you have neck issues like me. This may look exaggerated how slowly I'm going. It's going to be a different practice for each person, so you don't have to do it at the speed I'm going, but just go slowly and don't rush it. It feels good here. That feels good. You can incorporate your breathing with a head tilt. Breathe in. And then you're going to breathe out when you tilt your head down. I'm going to try it with the little straw. In. That feels good. I'm feeling so nice and relaxed. Okay, if you're ready for one more silly one, join with me. We're going to stick our tongue out as far as we can. Yes, that is what I said. Stick it way out. My throat feels so much looser. Thanks for joining me, and let me know how those work for you.